Piko is a popular game played in yards or alleys. A geometric figure is drawn on the ground and provided with divisions or compartments. Piko is unbelievably old. When ancient Roman cities were dug up, drawings of hopscotch lines were found on the stone floors. Everywhere, it is played for one aim to win a place to call one's own. In the Philippines, the game is also known as kip-kip, pikuba, laban, and segking. In playing this game, you only need two materials: markers like chalk, charcoal, stick, masking tape, or paint tape. And then, you also need a pamato, a flat stone or similar object, maybe a flat stone, a brick chip, the bottom piece of a clay pot, crown cap, or a smooth chunk of window glass. Now let's proceed to the mechanics. Number 1. Draw a hopscotch design on the ground. Chalk is the best drawing medium on asphalt, patio stones, or concrete. The squares should be large enough to fit 1 foot and to make sure that a stone thrown into the square will not bounce out too easily. Number 2. The players stand in front of a rectangle number 1. Each player takes turn in tossing his or her pamato inside the 10th square or moon. The player who tosses his pamato closest to the center gets to play first. This is called manohan. Number 3. Throw a pamato on square 1. It has to land inside the square without touching the border or bouncing out. If you don't get it within the lines, you lose your turn and pass the stone to the next person. If you do get it, however, go on to the next step. Number 4. Hop through the squares, skipping the one you have your marker on. Each square gets 1 foot. Which foot you start with is up to you. You can't have more than 1 foot on the ground at a time, unless there are 2 number squares right next to each other. In that case, you can put down both feet simultaneously, 1 in each square. Always keep your feet inside the appropriate square or squares. If you step on a line, hop on the wrong square, or step out of the square, you lose your turn. Number 5. Pick up the marker on your way back. When you get to the last number, turn around remaining on 1 foot and hop your way back in reverse order. While you are on the square right before the one with your marker, lean down, probably on 1 foot still, and pick it up. Then, skip over that square and finish up. Number 6. Pass the marker on to the next person. If you completed the course with your marker on square 1 and without losing your turn, then throw your marker onto square 2 on your next turn. Your goal is to complete the course with a marker on each square. The first person to do this wins the game. So when we planned out on how we are going to perform the game, we can't stop laughing because we were having a hard time drawing the hopscotch court layout properly. And then when the game started, we thought it was easy, but actually it was not. Like, it took a lot of attempts in tossing the pamato inside the square without it touching the borders. And it was very challenging because you need to properly balance yourself when you hopped through the squares. And we were out of breath after the game because it was a tiring game. But it was fun because we got to play around just like when we were kids. So it really brings a lot of memories. You know, it reminded me of the good old days. And I got to spend it with my sister. So in performing this game, fundamental movement skills are needed. Just like hopping, leaping, and jumping, which are locomotor skills, throwing or tossing the pamato, which is a part of a manipulative skill, and balancing, landing, and turning, which are stability skills.